Hi guys, welcome back to our financial literacy journey. Today we'll be doing the second weekend edition, or as you can call it, the second episode. The theme of the day is ways to create more wealth and reach your financial independence as soon as possible. The first thing the first point you need to know is invest and invest some more. What do I mean by invest and invest some more? This principle is very simple, and the principle goes this way: you need to invest at least 10% of your income to where you can earn interest and make more money, and at the same time make sure you invest more. How do you invest more? If this year I invest 10%, next year I invest 12%, and next year but one I invest 14%. Like, I'll be increasing my percentage by 2 for the next 10 years. The 10th year I'll be investing 30%, and with that one you can continue until you reach around 40%. You can invest 40% or even 50%, depending on your source of income. If you have more income so that you can sustain yourself with 50%, why don't you invest the remaining 50%? Don't waste the money. The second, and this one, you can make it simple by you can make this thing very simple. If your employee allows your salary to be cut or invested where you want before you receive that money, that one will really help you, because you want to be receiving that money. So there is a little chances of you misusing the money. I'll advise those who are working that if you want to use the method, make sure that you talk to your employer. Make sure you talk to your employer so that he can cut that amount every month and invest for you where you want to invest it, whether you are investing with the bank, you are saving with the bank, or investing with the money market fund, or investing with the stock. So every month they just send the money directly to where you are investing. The second point is look and work on ways you increase your source of income. If your source of income remain the same, the formula might not work well for you. You know why? Because your expenses will remain the same. Your expenses will be remaining the same, and at the same time you are increasing your investment, meaning that you will need to cut some expenses. And for example, some expenses might be necessities, so cutting them down will be a big problem. What can you do about it? The only thing you can do about this thing is easy. It's just easy. Make sure, if you're working for somebody, if you're working for a company, let's say you are employed, make sure you increase your level of education so that you can earn more by acquiring a new skill or improving on your skill, so that you can go and bargain on a pay rise. That one is one option. If you're not working for a company, for example, if you are self-employed, make sure you do research on your business. Make sure you do research about your business and see on ways which you can use to increase your earnings. If you don't have a business, for example, if you are working online, make sure you acquire new skill. Make sure you and For those people who are not employed and are not working, who are not employed, or for those who are not employed, or those who are employed and doesn't want to go back to school and gain more knowledge or learn another skill, I'll advise you to go for a side hustle. There are several online side hustles that can earn you good amount of money, and in a few we'll be talking about some of the side hustle that can earn you money while you're still at home. You just need to spend at least 2 to 3 hours of your day, and you can earn up to 10,000 shillings, Kenyan shillings, or $100. So the third point will be make sure you manage your debt. In this world, you can earn a lot of money, you can be paid good amount of money, but still go nowhere if you are holding bad debts. Because these debts will eat you slowly. The debt will jeopardize your financial goals. Your financial goals that you have set for this year, if you have a large amount of debt, you will not achieve them easily, or you may end up not achieving them at all. Why? Because you see, for example, you are earning some of the debt. For example, let's say that you bought a car. Let's say that you bought a car on credit, and you know that money will be deducted every month from your salary according to the terms and agreement you made when you are purchasing the car. So let's say the money will be deducted from your salary every month. At the same time, this car you will need maintenance and will need fueling. You see, you have already created three. You at the moment you have two expenses, two extra expenses that you can avoid. For that one is maintenance of the car, fueling of the car, and at the same time paying the debt. So if you have the debt, I'll advise you that don't increase the level of debt by taking more debt, but make sure you start paying for the debt. You can use a snowball method, or you can use a debt avalanche payoff method. And this one also I'll teach you on the video, the next video. I'll teach you how to use avalanche method or debt snowball method. And make sure you pay those debt as fast as possible for you to have more money to invest and save. Point number 4 will be keeping your expenses as low as possible. How do you keep your expense as low as possible? That's the real thing. So you know you might be earning even 6 figures or 5 figures, but at the end of the day you still live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because anytime your income increases, or anytime that you get a pay rise, your expenses will always rise. You will say, why should I live in this small house? I need a bigger one. And with that one, you don't know that you are increasing your expenses. So before you start saving, make sure you have a budget, and make sure you stick with the budget. And when creating that budget, make sure you go through your monthly expenditure. For example, for the last 3 to 4 months, and see that I've been spending this amount of money. Let's say I've been spending for all my necessities, everything, and some luxury or desires. I've been spending around 30,000 on them, and my salary is 50,000. So you know at least you are spending 30,000 on your necessities and some luxury here and there. So the first thing you need to know, make sure you audit them. Do a thorough audit and cut off those that are not, make sure you cut off those that you can do without, and remain with only those things that you cannot do without. And make sure you employ frugal lifestyle. With frugal lifestyle, you will have a lot of money. Let's say if you are spending 30%, if you employ frugal lifestyle, you will end up spending 20,000. You see you have an extra 10,000 for investment and saving. So be wise as possible. Make sure you have a working budget, and make sure you stick to the budget. And every month, make sure you audit that budget and go thoroughly through it, and ensure it only has those things that you need. Don't have on your budget things that you don't need. Don't have. Make sure that every cent that you spend is assigned to something. Assign every cent that you earn to something, so that at the end of the month you don't have a budget that you don't understand how it came about. Make sure you have a budget that is working, and every cent is assigned a duty. With that one, guys, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click that subscribe button. Click the like. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share for more financial literacy. And in a few months, we'll be starting. Let me say, in a few months, we'll be starting a challenge. In a few months, we'll be starting a challenge, and the challenge, I promise you, gonna be nice. So stay tuned. Let's meet on the next video. Thank you so much.
And I'll go